What's good YouTube? It's Jason back here with another video. I'm here today in St. Catharines, Ontario. I'm at a place called Niagara Falls. It's the first time I've ever been here. It's the first time in a while I've been to St. Catharines. I'm also gonna go to Niagara Falls right after this. It's about a 20 to 30 minute drive from here. It's a bit cloudy today. It was a bit sunnier earlier, so I'm gonna check it out, show you around, and hopefully you guys enjoy this. You can hear the waterfall and I can see the waterfall from where I am, although I don't know how to get down there. You have to hike down this big steep hill. The view here is actually really cool. The waterfall is actually bigger than I thought it would be. There's still some icicles around. I just gotta figure out how to get down here because the trail is here. I talked to a couple locals here. They said it's about a 30 to 45 minute walk down this trail. Then you have to walk down a hill that's a bit less steeper, and then you would have to walk back to this waterfall. So give or take about an hour and a half for you to actually walk there and then come back to this waterfall. I don't got time right now. It's about 4 o'clock because I do want to go to Niagara Falls, and sunset's at 6 p.m. So I just want to kind of admire the view, get a good vantage point from where I could actually see it. I don't really plan these things. I can't plan these things accordingly sometimes. The only way you can really get there is if you go around the fence. It's not that long. It's about a 5-minute walk around. You gotta be very careful. I'm gonna go to Niagara Falls, the infamous falls that every tourist goes to when they come to Canada. And when they think about Canada, or Ontario specifically, they think of the CN Tower and Niagara Falls. So I hope you enjoyed that. And if it's the first time you see Niagara Falls, well, you're gonna be in for a real good view of these falls. Made it to Niagara Falls. I'm looking around here, there's no one here. There's like 5 people around me. It's completely dead here. It's the first time in a long time that I've seen pretty much nobody here in Niagara Falls. This is the busiest place to ever go to. Summertime, come here in the wintertime, it's early March. People are at school, midterms, working, they got no time to come here. That over there is the Peace Bridge. That's where you cross the border from the Canada side to the US side. That side over there is the American Falls of Niagara. This is the Canadian side of Niagara Falls. It's absolutely beautiful. Great landscape shots. You definitely get some portraits here. And then there's a rainbow here you can't necessarily see. Actually, yeah, there's a rainbow. It's actually beautiful right now. When I said it was empty, I wasn't joking. There's literally a couple people down there, a couple people over there. This is actually the first time I've been back to Niagara Falls in this location in probably 6 years. I was with family. It's been a while since I've been to Niagara. Right behind me is the Welcome Center, so that's when you know you're at the right spot, the best location to see the falls. You have to walk about 10 minutes or so, and then you actually get to see all of this entire falls right in front of you. It's absolutely amazing. This is why tourists come here all the time. Also at nighttime it lights up. Golden hour right now. The sun's gonna set in about an hour. I'm so used to seeing people here like crowding me and not really getting a spot to really take photos here. So it's very fortunate, very lucky that I was able to come here. Nobody here. So if you're planning to come to Niagara Falls, I highly recommend you come now before the summertime when it gets really busy, even springtime when people come out, they're done school. It's very nostalgic to come back here to Niagara Falls. I always came here as a kid, obviously, just like any other family in the GTA area. It's such a blessing to be in Canada and Ontario to get to see these type of things that not everyone gets to see right now, especially if you don't want to travel or have never been to Canada. It's a beautiful place, and it's just one of the many places you could visit in Canada and Ontario. Back here in neighborhood. I'm gonna be doing another podcast here, except I'm not gonna be doing one with Anthony Ernesto. They're actually in Miami filming season 6. I'm gonna be doing one with a friend of Ernesto. His name is Nick, and his co-host Tanner. They have a podcast, a new podcast actually, called Good Times Ahead, which stands for GTA podcast, which is funny because the area of Toronto and the surrounding areas is called the GTA, Greater Toronto Area, which is kind of ironic. So I'm gonna go meet them. First time I'm meeting them. I'm excited to do this podcast, another podcast, so I hope you guys enjoy this.
Hey, what's
good,
up?
Dean?
What's going on, man?
Long time no see, man.
No see.
Seems like you're always doing the podcast,
I'm
huh?
always here, man. I'm always recording, always on the grind.
Jeez, always behind the camera, always behind the mic. So people don't get to actually see you on the podcast, but they get to see you through my videos.
Perfect.
So
love it, man.
Great.
Appreciate
you
that.
again.
Tanner,
nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Talk to you, Nick.
Yeah, nice to meet you, man.
And you're friends with Ernesto.
Yes.
So, long story short, how did you guys meet?
So I met Ernesto honestly through Instagram. A guy we went to high school with was posting Ernesto's Instagram, and then him and I were talking about starting a podcast.
Yes.
And I reached out to Ernesto, and we met him and Anthony. They hooked us up with a couple
episodes in.
And how did you guys meet?
We've known each other since we were 3, 4 maybe.
Nick had the idea to like start a podcast based on mental health, that sort of thing.
Okay.
And then I was like, maybe we could do like you know, the overall person or like everyone that has a cool story can come on the podcast.
Yeah.
And then we got kind of mix them together a little bit. So that's kind of what we're gonna do today with you as well.
Where you guys are from?
We're from Etobicoke.
Okay, not bad. And I'm excited to do this podcast. And I love the vibes here, neighborhood. Neighborhood is
I love neighborhood.
probably my favorite place to go, right, Dean?
Love it here, man. Love it here. I'm here all the time.
The funny thing about Toronto is these people know, except for Dean, because he uses Uber. Parking is the worst thing to find. I literally had to circle around 3 times just to find a spot, and I'm like, okay, luckily I found one. I'm about 45 minutes late. That's only because Toronto parking. You guys know. Yep, it's brutal. So, without further ado, let's get this going.
Let's go, baby.
Podcast just wrapped up. Unfortunately, no headphones. All good. Dean obviously did a great job with the podcast. About an hour and a half. When do you think this podcast will go up?
What do you think, Dean? We got a couple weeks.
Yeah. I'm always excited whenever a podcast comes out. Even more happier when it's somewhere in the neighborhood, because it just gives a different vibe, and I love the aesthetics around here. Nick, thank you again.
Thank you again, man. That was awesome.
Dean over here, you know, behind the scenes, most important person to make this podcast happen. And the host here, thank you again. Tanner, appreciate you.
Appreciate you, man.
Definitely we watched this podcast just because I love to watch my podcast again and just listen over the things that I said and remember those things. So I hope you guys enjoy that as well.
We did. Thank you.
I hope you learned something too from us, maybe. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
That was a good combo.
Yeah,
that was fun.
That's fun.
Definitely.
That was fun, man. We
We'll
gotta
do it
run
again.
back.
If you
sure.
start a podcast, we'll hop on that one too.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and comment down below what you thought about this video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I had a lot of fun making this video. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Don't forget to follow me on all socials as usual, posting behind the scenes content. Shout out to Nick, shout out to Tanner, and Dean, of course, for the podcast. Hope you guys have a great day. Have a great rest of your weekend, and until next time, peace out.